And let's try and escape the prison cell. Now, there's a cutscene I was trying to trigger, which seems to have failed on me. I think it's because this is the HD collection and you can't get it to activate. It's of Snake waking up in a panic. Now, I remember seeing that cutscene before in the HD collection. Yeah, I don't want it. And I can't seem to get it to work, which is a shame because it can lead into some very, very funny codec dialogues. Now, while you're in the prison cell, all you get is the fork and a single action army with no ammo. When you have the single action army, you can equip it and do like flips with it using the right analog stick. It's pretty cool. You'll also notice while I'm in first person view, and I'll spin this, the right side of my screen is slightly blacked out near the no paint and the equipment sign. That's because we're now missing our eye. Well, I say missing, it's still there, it's just lost use because it's been burned out. There's a lot of stuff you can do in the prison cell. If you're not playing on the HD collection, I do recommend saving, listening to paramedic talk, and then reloading the game. Small transmitter, let's remove the gunshot. Also, the fork now replaces the knife for a little while, and we can't do CQC properly. I would recommend doing a little save. You'll get an interesting little moment if you're on the PS2, and then call up Sigint for some interesting dialogue. Now, there are multiple ways to escape this. My chosen method is going to be feeding the guard 3 times to get another secret cutscene to activate, and then we'll use the information we get from there to get out. You can also use the fake death pill. While the guard's here, he'll run in and scream and be like, "Oh no, you're hurt," and then you can beat the shit out of him. But for now, we're just waiting for him to feed me over and over again so I can throw the food back. The food that he tends to throw you is rotten, that's why I ate that rat, because it'd be quite useful, but the food he tends to throw you isn't too good. You're just trying to make friends with him. You are most welcome. Also, the single action army is kind of your best weapon right now. You can't do CQC, that's the biggest issue here. You don't have a CQC icon on any of your equipment because you've lost the ability to do it while you're in this damaged state. Which is a big shame. I know in the cutscene before I held one of the equipment menus to avoid taking damage, but I know a method that some speedrunners use is to let that damage happen, or at least skip, well yeah, let that damage happen because you can't skip it, and then smoke the cigar all the way until a certain point because it helps you speed up a coming boss fight. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to run around and wait for this guard to come back. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day. Let's, this is all completely continuous, and I haven't not recorded for... Shit, it's been months. No, ignore me. This will make no sense to future generations. We don't really have a lot to do. You can also see the arrows are still in my back. I really thought that arrow would go away, and there's one in my leg. I really thought that arrow would go away after I got in here. That's a surprise and a half. Hey, you're happy because I'm going to throw it right back to you. There you go. It should be free that triggers the cutscene. Are you gonna turn to me? You gonna say hi? There you go.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too. All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny. My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
The whole clan of Johnnies.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I just want to see my family again.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Not as rough as you have it, though. Here. I filched them from your equipment when the Colonel wasn't looking. It's the least I can do. Well?
Don't suppose you could let me out of here?
Huh? I can't do that. Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
That was an awful plan, but I love that cutscene. Ooh, another rat spawned. Sweet. Yeah, killing animals with a fork makes Snake eat them straight away, and also this guy, he's not too bright. I now have my non-lethal cigarette gas spray, which will allow me to knock out the guard if I can get him just close enough. I don't know if I can do it through the bars. I'm going to try. You'll notice in the cutscene I held R1 to have a quick look underneath that fella's photo. That's the code for the cell. Right, let me... Sweet, it worked! Right, now we're going to try and escape. Yeah, 144.75 I believe the code was. I really hope it was, because otherwise I'm completely screwed. 144.75. And we have unlocked the door. There are different ways you can get out of here. You can actually, you can learn that code sooner. I'm not going to take that call. They're going to tell me that Eva is waiting for me and I need to get back fast. Also, this is this guy's place. Now, I don't remember how quickly Johnny wakes up, but he wakes up fairly fast, so I'm just going to leave.
Snake, have you seen Earth versus the Spider?
Nope.
It's about this spider that suddenly mutates into a giant monster. They bring it into the city in a state of hibernation, but it wakes up and starts wrecking the place.
So why did the spider turn huge?
I told you, it suddenly mutated.
Yeah, right.
Snake, it's people like you that take all the fun out of watching movies. Always nitpicking and taking things too seriously. Honestly, why even bother? Look, the important thing isn't that it got big.
Then what is important?
The fact that there's a huge spider destroying the city. Suspend your disbelief. That's the whole point of movies.